then the organization will be perfect. One example is KIT University. One example. If leadership is perfect, and the boarding example is OEC. Okay, you know that OEC is the first private-owned engineering institution in Odisha. Odisha Engineering College is one of the first private-owned engineering college in Odisha. And after that, so many private institutions has been developed. But see what happens to them due to leadership crisis only. The activity of the leaders plays an important role for growth and development of an organization. Do you follow me or not? So
Yes,
if
sir.
organization desires to be successful, if a successful organization is there, then in its back, the successful leader is also there. Because leader is the person who influence over others, who make influence over others. Who are they? They are the workers. They are the employees. Clear? So different styles of leaders are there. Leaders act on their own. Leaders perform on their own. Leaders are considered that they are the path, they are the guide, they are the influential force over others. Okay, so when they think that they are the influential force, they are the influential source to the employees, their activities are also different, and those activities are considered as leadership style. Okay, do you follow me or not? What is the leadership style? Leadership style say that the leader's actions, the leader's activity, the leader's performance, the leader's style of functioning. Okay? The style of functioning of all leaders are not identical in character, are not equal in character. They differ from leader to leader. Let us see how many, there are some common leadership style which are prevailing in modern day organizations. Fine. Leadership style. The leadership style which are prevailing in modern day organizations, we will study, we will go through that only. Okay. Number one. Do you know, do you want to write something about leadership style? Shall I dictate?
Yes, sir.
Or you can write on your own. If you write your own, I will proceed. I write down meaning of leadership style. 2 lines. Meaning of leadership style. Refers to, leadership style refers to the style of functioning. The style of functioning of a leader in the organization. In the organization. A leader is a influential force. A leader is a influential force for the employees. For the employees. And his style of functioning have an important role for the success of the organization. For the success of the organization. The following are some of the leadership styles of modern day organization. The following are some of the leadership styles of modern day organizations. Over.
Yes, sir.
Number one, autocratic leadership or authoritative leadership. Autocratic, AUTOCRATIC. Autocratic leadership, or otherwise it is known as authoritative, AUTHORATIVE. Authoritative leadership style. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Write down features. What are the features of this leadership style? Features. Number one, the leader is autocratic in character. The leader is autocratic in character. Second, he never takes confidence of the followers. He never takes confidence of the followers. Third, the followers must have to obey. The followers must have to obey the leader. Next, he takes a decision on his own. He means the leader. He takes a decision on his own. Fine. These are the features. Who is the autocratic leader? It is otherwise known as authoritative leadership style. It says that the leader is authoritative in character. Authoritative in character means he thinks that he is the best person in the organization and he is the suitable person in the organization. Whatever he takes decision, that is right. So he never consult with the followers. The followers are never consulted while taking a decision. He takes decision on his own. And in the organization setup, the followers must have to follow the leader, obey the leader. If some follower do not obey the leader, then he or she is likely to get punishment. So authoritative leadership style is possible when the organization is very small. If the organization is small, then this type of leadership can be possible. Or if organization is related to a particular objective, that means multifarious objectives are not there in an organization, then autocratic leadership style is suitable. And here what happens, the leader takes decision on his own and he never consults the followers. He thinks that he is the right person or the useful person in the organization, and followers must have to obey whatever the leader says. If they will not follow, if they will not obey, then there will be punishment. Do you follow me or not?
Yes, sir.
Then come to its merits. The following are some of the merits. Merits are quick decision. Quick decision. Second, discipline prevails. Discipline prevails. And employees are duty bound. Employees are duty bound. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Tell me which point is not understandable to you. Merits. Merits.
Second, sir. Discipline
One is-
prevails.
What is
Sir,
second one?
discipline prevails.
Discipline prevails in the organization. Very clear. Whatever he makes a decision, that should be binding to all the employees. So if an employee will not follow that leader in that organization style or a leadership style, he or she will get punishment. So fearing for punishment, the employees are disciplined. They never oppose whatever the leader says. Do you follow me or not? So when there is no opposition, when there is no obstacle, when there is no protest, then discipline prevails. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Then come to demerits. The following are some of the demerits. Number one, not possible in large organizations. Not possible in large organizations. Second, employees lose confidence. Employees lose confidence. Third, not possible in developed or developing organizations. Not possible in developed or developing organizations. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So these are the demerits. Tell me which point is not understandable. Sonali, we are consulting about, we are going about leadership style. Okay.
Okay, sir.
You come late, so be attentive. Tell me which point is not understandable to you. These are the three demerits.
Sir, all points are understand.
But hello.
Hello.
Tell me which point is not understandable to you.
So employees lose confidence.
Employees lose confidence. Very simple. When the employees have no right, when the employees have no authority, when employees are not consulting while taking decision by the leader, so they lose confidence. It is very clear. If the employees are not taken into consideration, if the employees are not taken into confidence, if the employees are not even consulted while taking a decision for the organization, then the employees will lose confidence because they think that they are humiliated, they are insulted, and their importance is not there for the organization. So they feel humiliated. They feel they are neglected by the age leader, neglect the followers, and consider that he is the one and all, and whatever decision he takes that is binding for the employees, and he is the fittest person and right person to take right decision. Then what is the necessity of the employees? Followers. So the followers sometimes lose confidence among themselves or over themselves. Okay. These are some of the demerits. So now you know what is autocratic leadership style, what are its features, what are the merits, what are demerits. Son, you can write a conclusion on your own. You can write your conclusion. Fine. Then come to second one. Participative leadership style. Participative leadership style. Otherwise known as democratic leadership style. Democratic leadership style. Democratic leadership style.
Democratic.
Democratic. Democratic. DEMOCRATIC, democratic leadership style. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Write down features. Number 1. The features of the democratic leadership style are as follows. Number 1. The leader is democratic in character. The leader is democratic in character. Over. Number 2. He consult the followers before taking any decision. He consults the followers before taking any decision. Third, the followers are authorized to participate. The followers are authorized to participate in decision-making process of the organization. The decision-making process of the organization. Okay, these are the 3 points. What happens? This type of leadership is completely reverse of autocratic leadership style. Here what happens? The leader is a democratic character. Democratic means he considers that will, pleasure and opinion of other employees are important. Whenever he wants to take a decision, he consults the employees, the followers, and take suggestions, decisions for them from them before taking any decision. Here what happens? The followers are authorized. The followers have the right to participate in decision-making process of the organization along with the leader. So leader is more consultative in character, he is participative in character, he is democratic in character, he consults the follower before taking decision, and the followers also authorized. The followers have the right to take decision along with the leader. Okay, these are the features. Then come to merits. The following are some of the merits of this leadership style. The following are the merits of democratic leadership style. Number 1, employees are satisfied. Employees are satisfied. Number 2, group decision making. Group decision making enables the organization. Group decision making enables the organization to minimize the problem. To minimize the problem. Third, the role of a leader. The role of a leader is the role of the followers. Role of the leader is the role of the followers. Over.
Yes, sir.
Tell me which point is not understandable. I will explain. These are 3 merits of this theory about the leadership style. Tell me which point is not understandable to you.
understand, sir, all points.
Okay, fine. Then come to demerits. The following are the demerits of this style. Demerits. Number one, the leader may be misguided. The leader may be misguided. Number two, there may be groupism. There may be groupism. Industrial dispute may be the result. Industrial dispute may be the result. Okay, these are the demerits. Tell me which point is not understandable to you.
Sir, there may be groupism.
Groupism, very clear. See, here what happens, the leader take confidence to the follower, and all the followers have the right and authority to participate in the decision making process. So when all followers are participating, there are chances of group. 2 to 3 people they become a group, another 5 to 6 people they become a group, and they suggest what is their requirement. Chances are there. This may one of the demerit. When there is a consultative process, when there is the leaders consider that the employees' contribution are more important, at that time, chances are there, some of the employees they form a group in order to exercise influence over the leader. Because leader is the person who is the influential person, and when leader consult with the followers may misunderstand it, the followers may go against the leader. So groupism may be the result. Groupism may be formed in the organization, and when groupism is organized, when groupism is formed, industrial dispute is the result. Okay, there is a dispute between the employees and employees, group of employees and group of employees, group lead, employer and the employee, etc., etc. Do you follow me or not?
Yes, sir.
Then third, next one is free rein. FREEREIN. Free rein leadership style. Free rein leadership style. Otherwise known as laissez-faire.
Sir, repeat again.
Laissez-faire, LAISSIFIRE. Laissez-faire leadership style. Free rein, FREEREIN. Free rein leadership style. Write down its features. Number one, the leader has no entity. The leader has no entity. Number two, the followers are more important. The followers are more important. Necessity of a leader, third, necessity of a leader according to requirement. According to requirement. Next, The followers can take decision without a leader even. The followers can take decision without a leader. This is another type of leadership style. What happens? See clearly, carefully. What happens in autocratic leadership style? We find that the leader consider he is the right person. And in participative or democratic leadership style, we see that the leader consult to its followers before taking a decision. That means the workers are confident about their contribution, about their role. But here is a style of leadership where the leader is an absolutely absentee. Absolutely absentee means whenever the presence of a leader is necessary, he will act. Otherwise, other times the followers are important. Whatever the followers will desire, whatever the followers will like, what will benefit the followers, they will take decision on their own without taking confidence of the leader. So here what happens, this is a leadership style. Here the leader is there. The presence of a leader is there. The leader is almost all there in the organization, but his presence is not visible. Visible means whenever the presence of a leader is necessary, then only the leader will interact or the leader will interfere. Otherwise not. Here every right, freedom has been given to the followers to take decision according to their will and pleasure. If they think that this decision will be suitable for the organization, then chances are there they may consult the leader or may not consult the leader. That is known as a free rein. That means a free hand has been given to the followers of the organization to consider which is right, which is wrong. Do you follow me or not?
Yes, sir.
Then come to merit. The following are the merits of this theory. Merits. Number one, all the followers are competent. All the followers are competent. The role of a leader is not taken into consideration. Is not taken into consideration. Organization can be effective. Organization can be effective. Tell me which point is not understandable to you. Which point? Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Which point is कोटा बुझा पड़नी को पॉइंट बुझा पड़नी कह
सर एक्चुअली नेट कटि जाइथिला आपण आउथरे कहंदा रिपीट करंतु मेरिट
मेरिट सोडा किछि लिखिनो ना किछि लिखिछ
नहीं सर किछि लिखिनी
लेखो द लीडर is a competent person. The leader is a competent person. Number two, the followers are more competent than the leader. The followers are more competent than the leader. Next, objective of the organization can be fulfilled. Objective of the organization can be fulfilled. Fine?
Sir.
Over? Tell me, which point is not understandable to you? Kota bujha ponni kaho.
The second, the followers are more competent than the leader.
Because the leader never think that the followers are not necessary for me. Rather, it is whenever necessary, the leader come into picture. Otherwise, the followers are competent enough to take the decisions for the organization. So when the leader considers that the followers are more competent than him, then only he will decide or he will think that their decision is good. So in the organization, when the followers take decision bypassing the leader or without consulting the leader, it indicates that the followers are more competent than the leader. That means whatever decision taken by the follower, that is acceptable to the leader in the organization. Okay?
Sir.
These are the merits. Then come to demerits. Number one, not possible in developing economy. Not possible in developing economy. Number two, the leader may not be interested. The leader may not be interested. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Third one, the organization cannot compete with others. Tell me which point is not understandable to you.
So
Three
the leader may not be interested.
If leader is not consulted, or if the role of a leader is not felt, if the followers take their decision without even consulting the leader, then what is the necessity of a leader? ଯଦି ଫଲୋଅର ମାନେ ଲିଡର କୁ ଡାକିବେ ନାହିଁ ବା ଲିଡର ର ଆବଶ୍ୟକତା ଫିଲ୍ କରିବେ ନାହିଁ, ସେଠି ଲିଡର ର ଆବଶ୍ୟକତା କଣ ଅଛି? ଲିଡର ର କଣ ପାଇଁ ରହିବ? So leader may not be interested because the leadership style is such that the followers take their decision on their own. They can take the help of a leader whenever necessary, otherwise not. So if this is the situation, why a leader will be interested? Right?
Okay, sir. Third, sir, third. The organization can we compete with others?
If followers always take decision for the organization without consulting the leader, then what happens? Chances are there the followers may take a defective decision. So if they consult with the leader and the leader will sit together, the leader and follower will sit together and arrive at a decision by commenting, by suggesting, by discussing, by interacting. Then only the decision will be perfect. So when the followers take decision on their own without taking consultation or without giving due importance to the leader, chances are there the organization cannot compete with the other organizations in future. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So now you know there are three types of leadership style. One is authoritative leadership style, another is democratic
Okay.
leadership style, another is free rein
Free
leadership.
energy.
So these three out of these three leadership style, the style of functioning of every leader are different and they have their own merit and demerit. So organizations coming under different leadership style can be developed, can be prosper according to the style of the leaders. Okay,
Okay, sir.
this ends leadership. Then come to organization change and development. First, organization change, what it is. What is organization change? We will study meaning of organizational change, meaning of organizational change, reasons of organizational change, reasons of organizational change, resistance to change, resistance to change, how to manage resistance, how to manage resistance, and conclusion. And conclusion. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Then first is the meaning of organizational change, what it is. See, change is inevitable. Change is the rule of the nature. If you want to remain constant or permanent for all times to come, it seems to be impossible. You have to change. Change according to requirement. Change according to style. Change according to technology. Change according to standard of living. So it is said that organization has a personal entity. It is meant for the society. So when society changes, organization bound to change. Do you follow me or not? So if an organization will say it will continue its own activity from years to come, years together, then it cannot prosper, it cannot develop. On the other hand, there is a steep competition in the organizational development, in organizational behavior, in organizational climate, in organizational culture, in organizational market also. So when there is a stiff competition, organization have to compete themselves. Organization must have to change themselves according to the requirement of the society, because society changes, technology changes, requirement changes time and again. So without changing the organization, without have a change in the organization, it is not possible on the part of the organization to compete with other organizations. And when organizations are not able to compete with others, chances are there. Chances are there. What happens? The organization may not be able to liberalize or globalize. Clear? So it is said that organizational change is a inevitable process in the organizational behavior. Every organization, today or tomorrow, will change, because change is the routine nature. Change is the routine rule. Change is inevitable. Without change, one cannot prosper, one cannot develop. So every organization meant for the society, required by the society, must have to change themselves. What is change? Change their activity, change their culture, change their rules and regulation, change their functioning, change their nature, change their objective, etc., etc. So what happens? A changed organization can be a prospered organization or developed organization. And sooner is the change, sooner is the development. And later is the change, later will be the development. So it is said that organizational behavior always insists on, always desire, always useful when the organization changes. Do you follow me or not? Do you follow me or not? Okay.
Yes.
Write down. Meaning, 2 lines. Organizational change, 2 lines. Change is inevitable. Change is inevitable. As there is a stiff competition, STIFF, as there is a stiff competition among the organizations, it is necessary to change the nature, the rule, the activity, and the performance of the organization. According to the requirement of the society. According to the requirement of the society. Okay?
Okay,
It is
sir.
over. Then, reasons of our change of organizational change. Reasons. Organizational change due to the following reasons. Organization change due to the following reasons. Number 1, internal reasons. Number 2, external reasons. Okay? So there are two type of reasons why organization tend to change. Organization change होबार दीटा कारण, गोटे हला internal reason, अन्यटा हला external reason. Number 1, what is internal reason? internal regions are those regions. Internal regions are those regions which make an impact, over the internal factors of the organization. Over the internal factors of the organization. Some of the internal regions are as follows. Some of the internal regions are as follows. Okay? It is over.
Yes, sir. Sir, internal regions are new skills, explore new opportunity.
Exactly. We will see what are those internal regions. कौन आभ्यंतरीण region अच्छी जोटा कि organization को change करिया पे बाध्य करे. What are the internal regions? Organization change होबार दीटा कारण. गोटे हला internal region, आ गोटे हला external region. So internal regions are those regions which make organization to change the internal factors. आभ्यंतरीण कार्यकलाप गुड़ाक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को चेंज करिया पे बाध्य करे. आमे सुड़ाक बर्तन देखिबा. नंबर 1. ओके
ओके सर.
नंबर 1, इंट्रोड्यूसिंग न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी. Introducing new technology. Organizational nature. Second, organizational nature. Third, to face the crisis. To face the crisis. Next, change in leadership. Change in leadership. Next, other effects. Other effects. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Tell me, which point is not understandable to you? These are some of the internal regions which force an organization to change. And due to these internal regions, organization changes. এই ସବୁ ଆଭ୍ୟନ୍ତରୀଣ ସୁବିଧା ଗୁଡାକ ପଏଣ୍ଟ ଗୁଡାକ ଥିବାରୁ କାରଣ ଗୁଡାକ ଥିବାରୁ organization change ହେବାକୁ ବାଧ୍ୟ ହୁଏ. The organization changes because due to the following internal regions. And the internal regions are as follows. Tell me which point is not understandable to you. I will explain.
So third point and 5.
What is third point?
To face the crisis.
Face the crisis. See, organization always face different crises. Crisis in finance, crisis in technology, crisis in human resources, crisis in customer, crisis in suppliers, crisis in market. Okay. So when it faces this crisis, then it wants to how to overcome those crises. ଯେତେବେଳେ କିଛି ଗୋଟେ ସମସ୍ୟା ଅର୍ଗାନାଇଜେସନ କୁ ଆସିଲା ସେତେବେଳେ ସେ ସମସ୍ୟାଟାକୁ କେମିତି ଓଭରକମ୍ କରିବ, କେମିତି ସମସ୍ୟାଟାକୁ ଦୂର କରିବ ବା ସଲ୍ଭ କରିବ, ତା ପାଇଁ କିଛି କାର୍ଯ୍ୟକଳାପ କରିବାକୁ ପଡିବ. ଏଇ ଯୋଉ କାର୍ଯ୍ୟକଳାପ ଗୁଡା କରିବାକୁ ପଡିବ ତାକୁ କହନ୍ତି ଚେଞ୍ଜ ଇନ୍ ଅର୍ଗାନାଇଜେସନ. Okay. In order to minimize the crisis, in order to solve the crisis like financial crisis, HR crisis, competition crisis, market crisis, technological crisis. These are some of the crises generally an organization face. So when an organization faces this crisis, it wants to overcome that, to solve those crises. So in order to solve this internal crisis, he have to change its activity. We follow me or not? Then what else? How could I
Oth- Other effect.
Other effect. There are some other effects also that is known as domino effect. Kete bahira achi domino effect. DOMINO. Domino effect. What is that other effect? For example, an university is there. There, three departments are there, and it decides that to introduce a new department. What will happen? This is an effect. For example, earlier, IGNOU conduct classes on counseling basis. The students or the learners are required to come to study center, and the study center arrange the counselors to give counseling. That is known as interaction. But in crisis, what happens? In this situation, it is not possible on the part of the learner as well as the counselor to make interaction physically. What happens in that case? A new system has been developed that is known as online classroom, online teaching. So what happens? The change, it is required some changes to arrange that how the students will come and how the counselor will able to give training or teaching, that is necessary. So the traditional work or the traditional system or the traditional activity of teaching and learning system between the counselor and the learners has changed due to effect, due to some internal problem. So when organization changes, that is known as organization change. Do you follow me or not? These are some of the internal effects. Then that is known as a domino effect. Domino effect means the effects were not there earlier, but arises due to change in situation, due to requirement, due to warrant. So when these warrants are there, when the situations are changes, some effects are there which enables the organization to change its work, to change its activity. Do you follow me or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. These are the internal regions. Then come to external region. The following are some of the external region of change. Number one, rules and regulations of the government. Rules and regulations of the government. Number two, competitors. Number two, competitors. Number three, technological advancement. Number three, technological advancement. Number four, change in requirement or necessity. Change of requirement or change in necessity. These are external factors. Tell me which point is not understandable to you.
Sir, two competitors.
Very clear. More and more competitors are in the organization area. Wherever you go, you have to face competitors. And competitors are not internal factor, it is an external factor. So when you want to compete yourself with others, then you have to change. If you don't change, if you don't adopt what the competitors are adopting, then you may lagging behind. अन्य कंपिटिटर माने जहा कार्यकलाप करूचंती तमे जदि तांकर कार्यकलाप को न करिवो बा तांको संगे कंपीट न करिवो तार तमे पछुआ रहि जिवो. So if you want to compete with your competitors, then you have to change your activity, and your activity should be like your competitors, what they are doing. Otherwise you will be lagging behind. This is a force, it is a reason which make organization change. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Then आपको पॉइंट बुझा पड़नी.
How nice, sir.
बस. So now you know the meaning of organization change and the reasons of organization change. Okay. Then resistance to change. Resistance to change. What is that? Write down. Resistance to change. Whenever there is a change in the organization, the employees protest. Anticipating that the change is not beneficial for them. The change is not beneficial for them. So they resist. The following are some of the reasons. For which the employee protest. For which the employees protest for a change in organization. Employees protest for a change in the organization. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So what is resistance to change? Resistance to change means when an organization changes its activity, we know there are different reasons of changes. को कारण पाई organization ना तार activity change करे हमें पढ़िले. तापरे कहूची that when there is a change in the organization, the employees protest about that. Why they protest? They protest that they will not get benefit out of the change. When the employees fear that they will not get any benefit out of change in the organization structure, they protest. Clear? So let us see what are the reasons. को कारण हेतुरु employee गुड़ाक resistance करंती बा organization change को विरोध करंती. Why the employees protest? Why the employees oppose for a change in the organization? Clear? Write down. Number 1. Individual resistance. Number 1 है individual resistance. Number 2, organizational resistance. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Then we have to see what individual resistance is. Write down what is individual resistance. This is a resistance or protest or opposition. This is a resistance or protest or opposition from individual point of view. From individual point of view. It happens because, it means the resistance. It happens because when some individual employees, fear, Doranti, F-E-A-R, fear, that change will hamper their benefit, T-H-E-I-R, their benefit in the organizational level. In the organizational level. This is known as individual resistance. Individual resistance means when some of the employees are a single employee in the organization fear that if there is a change, then he will lose in the organization. His credibility will be in danger. He will not get benefit out of that change. So he resists. This type of resistance, opposition, is called as individual resistance. Individual resistance means the organization or some of the individuals of the organization feel that, think that, consider that, fear that they will lose when there is a change in the organization. So they protest. So they resist. Do you follow me or not?
Yes, sir.
Let us see what are the reasons of individual resistance. What are the reasons? Number one, new technology. Number two, change in work value. Change in work value. Number three, new knowledge. New knowledge. Number four, fear of obsolescence. Fear of obsolescence. OBSOLESCENCE. Fear of obsolescence. Next, new work schedule or program. New work schedule or program. Okay? Is it over?
Okay.
So,
Okay, sir.
these are some of the individual resistance. एगुड़ाक सब इंडिविजुअल एम्प्लॉय माने रेजिस्ट करंती बा प्रोटेस्ट करंती बा अपोज करंती कोटा बुझा पन्नी कह
चार
चारटा
fear
कोन
of obsolescence.
obsolescence means outdated. Obsolescence means outdated. जदि गोटे आउटडेटेड प्रोडक्ट को आसिला बा जो गुड़ाक आवश्यकता नहीं आउ से गुड़ाक जदि चेंज करिया को चाहिबो ताहाले जनके इंडिविजुअल रेजिस्टेंस करियो. फॉर एग्जांपल टेक ऑफ ए टाइपिस्ट. He used a type machine and the type machine is now obsoleted. What happens in that? A computer should be installed or a Xerox machine is installed. Clear? So he thinks that if typing will be wiped out or will be changed, then he or she may lose job So he protests because new change may lose the credibility. Obsolescence means which is outdated, which is not required now, which is not new, or which is not update. So when there is a obsolescence, when there is a outdated style, when the style of functioning is not applicable in the modern day-to-day life, then there is a change that is known as individual change in obsolescence. Okay,
Okay, sir.
then what else?
Nothing else, sir.
Then organizational resistance, another. এটা ଥିଲା individual resistance. ଜଣେ ଜଣେ employee କାହିଁକି protest କରନ୍ତି? ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ କାରଣ ହେଲା organization as a whole protest. ସେଗୁଡା କାରଣ କଣ? Write down. This is a resistance when the entire organization protest against the change. The entire organization protest against the change. Some of the reasons are as follows. Competition, consumer demand, availability of resources, social and political change, global change. Okay,
Okay, sir.
tell me which point is not understandable to you. These are some of the reasons where the organization as a whole protest about the change in the organization. Tell me, वो point बुझा पड़नी कहो.
Sir, nothing else, sir.
Pass, right. So now you know these are some of the resistance of change in individual level and organization level. When there is a question, you have to write these are the individual resistances and these are the organization resistances, and you have to explain accordingly. Okay. Now the next one is how to overcome these changes. When the organization change is inevitable, organization change habata nischaya. Without change, you cannot prosper. If you want to development, then you have to change. But when there is a protest for change, what will you do? जदि गोटे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को चेंज करिया को गला बेले लोके अपोज करंती एम्प्लॉय अपोज करंती ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एज ए होल अपोज करे ताले कोन करिवो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन व्हाट इज द रोल ऑफ ए मैनेजर टू ओवरकम रेजिस्टेंस so this is known as overcoming resistance of change or how to manage change organizational change write down meaning sometimes both individual and organization resist for a change in organization In this situation, the following points should be taken into consideration. The following points should be taken into consideration to overcome resistance. To overcome resistance. This is popularly known as resistance management. Resistance management. Do you follow me or not? It is over.
Yes, sir.
So how to overcome resistance? When there is a resistance from individual level or organization level, what the organization will do? What is the role of the managers to overcome those resistances? So when the organization face resistance in form of individual resistance or in form of organization resistance, the following steps should be taken. এই তଳଲିଖିତ স্টেপ গুড়াକ ନେଲେ অর্গানাইজেସନ ସହଜରେ ରେଜିଷ୍ଟେନ୍ସ ଟାକୁ ମ୍ୟାନେଜ କରିପାରିବ। ନମ୍ବର 1, ରାଇଟ୍ ଡାଉନ୍। ଗୁଡ୍ କମ୍ୟୁନିକେସନ। Good communication. Second, participation. Third, support and counseling. Support and counseling. Negotiation. Coercion. 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 Okay?
Okay, sir.
These are some of the steps should be taken by the organization in order to overcome resistance. When there is a resistance, whether it is employee resistance or organization resistance, चाहे employee माने विरोध करंतु बा organization as a whole विरोध करू, এই following step गुड़ाक नबाउ पड़िबो organization manager को, so that it can easily overcome resistance को overcome करि परिबे. Now we will tell me which point is not understandable to you. कोटा तुम बुझा पड़नी कहो.
Sir, coercion.
Coercion, जबरदस्ती, बलात्कार करिबा, जबरदस्त करिबा, in form of punishment, in form of suspension, in form of demotion, in form of expulsion, in form of termination. बुझ परछो ना नहीं? Coercion means जबरदस्ती करिबा. जदि एम्प्लॉय माने मानिलेनी ताले कोन करा जीवो, तांको जबरदस्ती करा जीवो, you have to obey, otherwise this will be the result. You will be suspended, you will be terminated, you will be transferred, you will not get financial benefit. These are some of the formulas adopted by the organization when the employees will not follow the change process. So this is another process that there must be a coercion. लौटी दिया जीवो, जबरदस्ती कर दिया जीवो, बाध्य करा जीवो employees को to follow the change of the organization. Clear?
Yes.
ଆଉ କୋଟା बुझा पड़नी?
Sir, negotiation.
Negotiation very simple. when the employees fear that they will lose their work, they will lose financially, they will lose their promotion, they will lose in society. So what happens in that case? There must be a negotiation. আপোষ বুঝাপড়া হওয়া দরকার. The employer and the employee should sit together and negotiate with themselves that if this will happen, this will be the result. If this will happen, this will be the result. So which is more acceptable to you? যদি আমি accept change को मानिबा ताले हमरो एई result गुडाक हबो. যদি change को न मानिबा ताले मैं या suffer करिबा. এই जो negotiation টা among the employees as well as the employer or the representatives of the employee with the representatives of the employer are known as negotiation process. And this negotiation process helpful both the employer and employee to come a conclusion that change is meant for them. Change is beneficial for them. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Then what other point is not understandable to you?
Nothing else, sir.
So now you know what organization change is, what is the necessity of organization change, why there is a resistance to change, and how overcome the changes, or how the organization will manage changes in the resistance to change. Clear? So now you know that when there is a change in organization, what will happen? Organization will develop, isn't it?
Yes.
If organization will not change, then it cannot develop. So first is change your organization status, change your activity of the organization, change the function of your organization, change the nature of your organization, change the work of your organization, then it will lead to organization development. Do you follow me or not?
Yes, sir.
Write down organization development. Meaning, organization development, meaning when there is a change, when there is a change, it anticipates that, it means the organization, it anticipates that organization will develop, anticipates that organization will develop. So organizational development is a systematic and planned approach to improve the effectiveness of the organization, to improve the effectiveness of the organization. On the other hand, organizational development refers to, on the other hand, organizational development refers to the techniques followed by the organization so that the problems can be minimized. So that the problems can be minimized. Hello?
Yes, sir.
So what organizational development is? When there is a change, there is a development. And when there is no change, there is no development. So we know that sooner is the change, better is the development. Or sooner is the development. And vice versa. So what happens? When organizations change themselves their activity, it leads to organizational development. What it is? It is a systematic and planned approach. Organizational development is a systematic approach. It is a planned approach which ensures development. Ensures means whatever problems are there with the organization, whatever lacunas are there in the organization, these problems can be solved. And when the problems are solved, development can be solved. So it is said that organization development is a technique. Organization development is an approach. Organization development is a system. Organization development is a procedure where all the difficulties of the organization can be minimized or checked. So effectiveness of the organization will improve. And when organizational effectiveness improves, development is possible. Do you follow me or not?
Yes, sir.
Then come to characteristic features. Features of development, organizational development, OD. Features of OD. कौन कौन कले organizational development हेई परिबो? Number 1, systematic approach. Number 1, systematic approach. Number 2, it is a continuous process. It is a continuous process. Next, reciprocal in character. Reciprocal, RECIPROCALS. Reciprocal in character. It is goal oriented or objective oriented. Goal oriented or objective oriented. These are the characteristic features of organization development. एगुड़ाक सब हेले ही जाइकरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन डेवलपमेंट हेई परिबो बा आमे कहिबा एबीसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन डेवलपमेंट हेची ड्यू टू दिस रीजंस एई कैरेक्टरिस्टिक गुड़ाक थिबारु एई गुण गुड़ाक ता पाखरे थिबारु तार डेवलपमेंट हेई परिची लेट अस कम वन बाय वन कोटा बुझा पन्नी कह
Reciprocal in character.
Reciprocal in character. What is that? Reciprocal in character. Organization development should be reciprocative in character among the employer and employee. If organization development is meant to growth and development of the employer only, it will have no impact on the development of employee, then organization development hey paribo nahi. Reciprocal in character, that means both the parties will get benefit. Who are the parties? In an organization, there are two parties. One is the employer, another is employee. So when there is a organization development, it should affect, it should give benefit to both employer as well as the employee. So it is known as that the effect of organization development from effect. of organizational development means both employer as well as the employee will get benefit out of OD. Clear?
So systematic approach.
Systematic approach, very clear. The approach of the organization should be systematic, one by one. कहाँ पर कोटा रहिबो? Synchronize, maintain properly, systematic approach. Okay. So when organization want to develop, then it must have to come. It must have to make a program, a procedure. That is known as systematic approach. कौन कले तार result टा organization पे भलो କରିବା ଦରକାର ଏ जो schedule ତିଆରି କରିବ ଏ जो manual ତିଆରି କରିବ that is known as approach. Here approach means the systematic as well as the requirement of the organization for development. For development means the organization must have to find out. The organization must have to know what are the procedures to be followed, what are the techniques to be utilized, what are rules and regulations should be changed so that the effectiveness of the organization will increase. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Then what else?
Nothing else, sir.
Nothing else. So now you know meaning of organization development and characteristic features of organization development. Okay. Then come to merits. What are the advantages of organization development? The following are some of the merits of organizational development. Merits of organizational development. Write down. Participative management. Number one, participative management. Number two, problems are identified. Problems are identified. Next. Collection of information. Collection of information. Identified regions.
So repeat.
Identified regions. REASONS, regions. Hello? Over?
Yes, sir.
So now you know what are the merits of organization development. Tell which point is not understandable to you. Which point is not understandable to you?
And nothing else.
Nothing. Then come to demerits of organization development. The following are some of the demerits of organization development. Number one, it is a costly affair, expensive. It is a costly affair and it is expensive. Number 2, not beneficial for all times to come. Not beneficial for all times to come. ହେଲା କୋଟା
Yes, sir.
ବୁଝା
Nothing else.
nothing else. So now you know what is organizational change and what is organizational development. You can write conclusion on your own. ନିଜେ ଲେଖିପାରିବ
Yes, sir.
Okay. So organizational change and organizational development are two sides of a coin. Do you follow me or not? ଯେମିତି ଗୋଟେ କଏନ କୁ ଦେଖିଲେ ଆମେ ଦି ସାଇଡ କୁ ତାର ଦେଖୁଛେ ଯଦି ଗୋଟେ ସାଇଡ ତାର ଖରାପ ହେଇଯାଇଛି ସେ କଏନ ଟା ଚଳିବ କି ଚଳିବ ନାହିଁ
No, sir.
likewise organization change and organization development are considered as the two sides of a coin. They go hand in hand, they go parallelly. If there is a change there will be development, if there is no change there will be no development. Okay. How quote a portion of this ends your organization change and development. Go through the syllabus. How quote a तुम बुझा पुनी कहो मु note रखी note तुमको दे देबी. I will give you the note with me. We have covered most courses within these 6 classes.
Yes, sir.
जदि किसी असुविधा हबो लिखिबा पई असाइनमेंट ताले contact me. I'll give you mail ID. I will send the note with me.
So today is your last class?
Yeah?
Today is your last class?
There is no other classes allotted to me to MCO1 subject.
Sir, organization, culture and climate.
Organization, culture and climate. This is a topic.
Yes, sir.
What is culture? I will tell you something about that. What organization, what is culture? Tell me, what do you mean by culture in general sense?
Organization.
What do you mean by culture? Culture মানে কোন বুঝুছ? কইপারিব? কইপারিব কি না নাই? କିଛି ବ୍ୟସ୍ତ ହବାର ନାହିଁ ଯଦି ଜାଣିଛ ତାହେଲେ ପୃଥିବୀ ଖସି ପଡିବନି ତମ ଉପରେ. Heaven will not fall on you if you don't know. We will proceed.
So the idea is customs and a social behavior of a particular people or society.
Cultures are some set of
Art.
ideas, some set of rules, some set of customs, some set of traditions created by
Human being.
human being and meant for or beneficial for the society, isn't it?
The way member interact with each other.
The way men interact with each other is not basically culture. Culture means a set of rule or set of regulation or set of activity or set of custom or set of habit.
So the arts of human intellectual achievement.
Yes, yes. These are created by men. All cultures are created by men. Okay. Why? Beneficial for the society. Do you follow me or not?
सर इस टॉपिक के भी नोट्स लिखवा दीजिए.
ये टॉपिक का
यस सर.
Organization culture and organization climate.
Yes, sir.
आप तो नोट बना लिए है ना, भेज देंगे हमको.
Okay, okay, okay,
Yes, sir.
okay. मैं भेज दूंगा. ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कल्चर एंड क्लाइमेट का नोट देखूंगा मेरे पास है या कि नहीं, स्टूडेंट ले लिए है ना, फिर भी मैं दे दूंगा. जितने नोट मेरे पास है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बिहेवियर का मैं दे दूंगा. मो पाखरे जहां नोट
Okay, sir.
मो सबको दे देबी.
Sir, और previous classes के notes भी?
हैं प्रीवियस
Previous
क्लास का नोट भी है मेरे पास, मैं दे दूंगा.
ठीक है.
जो भी
Thank
है,
you, sir.
जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बिहेवियर जो भी है
वो मेरे
नोट सब भेज.
मेल आईडी टा दियो. गिव मी द मेल आईडी इन व्हाट्सएप
Yes, sir.
so that I will send you note.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, sir.